Content warning. On this podcast, we discuss sensitive issues, including but not limited to swearing, tasteless jokes, situations of a sexual nature, and drug use. This podcast is not intended for children.
Welcome to BiblioWrecks, where we read the worst stories the world has to offer. I'm BamBam.
And I'm Lee-Lee.
And we're doing a record from our house,
Yay!
actually. So if the sound quality is a little weird, that's why. So what are we doing today? You did the report this time because Bugs and I don't have the bandwidth this month.
Yeah, so I found this one in a little free library. It's called The Collected Tymon the Black by Richard Parks. It is about 60 pages long.
That's really short.
Yep, and it is very, very clearly self-published.
Mm-hmm. It looks pretty self-published.
Yeah, it sure does.
Is that a picture of the author on the back?
It is a little tiny stamp-sized picture of the author.
Huh.
Isn't he cute? It has an ISBN though, like it's a quality question mark self-published.
He's got a funny hat. He looks like a cool guy. Looks like somebody I'd hang out with.
He's just a chill dude.
I don't know that I'd read his book, but...
Also, I have to say the font on the front of this book looks like you went Old English, but in a children's cartoon kind of way.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I think the comment I made earlier was Comic Sans, but make it whimsical.
Yeah.
And on the cover...
It's Jester Sans is what it is.
Jester Sans. On the cover is a mysterious-looking man in a hooded robe, and he's very shadow. You almost can't see his face, and he's just levitating a fireball in between his hands.
He's just giving the creepiest fucking look. He looks like he's about to lick his lips.
He looks like he's doing a magic trick, and he's convinced you are very impressed.
Yeah, he's like, there's no strings. No strings on my fire. So yeah, from what I can tell, these are 3 short stories that the writer published in different science fiction and fantasy magazines or some kind of thing like that.
Mm-hmm.
And so I guess he liked them enough that he put them all together. They're all about the same character, kind of, but really he's more of a side character in these other people's stories.
Yeah. So kind of episodic.
Yeah.
Not necessarily connected front to back.
Yeah, it's like they're happening at different times. It's very much like he had an idea for a fun little plot for an episode of something, but it just didn't have an idea for the main plot. Like
a Law and Order kind of setup as far as continuity between episodes.
Yeah. So this one is called A Time for Heroes, and we open on this wizard / magician. He calls himself both, named Tymon, and he's like, oh yeah, I'm cold and wet because it's been raining for hours, and his friend's like, fuck you, I've been cold and wet the whole time. His friend is a dwarf named Seb. They're riding through the rain, escaping some havoc that they've caused in the past town, and they don't have much food or anything.
Okay, so this is on the tail end of some hijink or other.
Yeah, that we never really get much information about.
Right.
So yeah,
it's just set up to let us know that they're rascals,
right? And they just keep traveling in the rain, being wet and cold until it starts getting dark, and they're like, okay, well, we have to find a spot.
We can't be wet, cold, and in the dark,
right? What will our horses think? So they find a nice little spot, a little overhang in the rocks, flat ground, very romantic or something.
What?
No, I have a headcanon.
No, you're doing a Legolas and Gimli. That's what you're doing.
I have a headcanon that these two are gay.
Okay.
It doesn't affect the story at all for this to happen. So why not?
Why not?
Why not?
Just like Legolas and Gimli.
Yeah, just like Legolas and Gimli. Who does it hurt? So they get settled in, and then Seb says, oh, I'm gonna make a fire as long as you promise not to look at it.
Whoa.
Yeah.
Okay.
And Tymon's like, sure. So, like, they're going through, Seb starts making dinner with, like, whatever they've got, like, left because they didn't have time to stop anywhere because they were leaving town.
Wait, is the fire thing like a secret dwarf trick or
No.
something? Okay. Does it come up later?
Yes, it does.
Okay.
It
Well,
comes
we
up.
can save that for later. Then.
Yeah. So now they're eating, sitting by the fire, just chilling. It's a little bit gay. I don't know. Maybe. Like,
romance.
and they were cave mates.
And
Like, it's just like Tymon kind of apologizes. All he says is, I never go looking for trouble. So he doesn't actually apologize.
Mm-hmm.
And then I guess, like, pretty much a few minutes after that, they're still eating in peace. Seb looks over. Tymon is staring into the fire with what he calls the long sight, which is apparently like a vision, like a I guess a future vision.
Sure.
They call it the long sight with capital L, capital S. Yeah. And so he's just like, fuck. He looked at the fire.
That sounds really specific. Like, that's like a, oh shoot, where are those magic cards where you get to scry? Yeah.
Anyway, he shuffles the deck, and then Seb really considers just leaving him, like getting on his horse and just leave.
Nah, he's looking too long into that fire.
And it's like, your friend is like
looking at
straight
the
up
fire.
Incapacitated right now. You're gonna leave him?
He's looking at the fire the long way.
The long way. But Seb, he decides, I'm too tired for that, and goes to bed. So he's like, yeah, I just don't have the energy to leave you right now.
Right.
So when he wakes up, Seb is like, you know what? Actually, I'm surprised that you didn't have a vision before this, because apparently it's not just fire. Just about anything that has like a nice little pattern to it can cause Tymon to go into visions. How is he like not catatonic?
What, just with patterns?
Yeah, so like he said, like the sweat
the
patterns on the horse, or the shine of light on dewdrops.
The pattern or the fabric on his body?
Right.
The fabric on his cave mate's body.
If he looks at anything for too long, you would think he'd just go into a vision.
Yeah. So anything with patterns?
I guess.
I don't really think of looking at a fire and think, yes, this is a pattern. Like, it just kind of seems random, like the little tendrils of flame just go up at random.
I guess it's anything that could be kind of mesmerizing?
I guess.
I don't know.
It's kind of vague.
Yeah, it is pretty vague. They kind of leave it at that. Seb, apparently this whole time, so he wakes up, Tymon's awake. Seb, this whole time, like he mentions they have been together, like doing this stuff for years, alone, gay, and
Stop.
and Seb has never thought to ask Tymon why the fuck he has the long sight, or what the fuck. No, apparently he's never really questioned.
It's because we have to provide exposition for this, and it doesn't sound organic at all.
That's what you think.
Okay.
No, not the organic bit, but that it's going to be exposition, because we will learn nothing from this.
Oh.
First of all, Seb says, pity the fool. And I'm like, is Seb Mr. T?
No, that's dumb.
But he does say it, and that's...
You can't... no one's allowed to say that anymore, because you immediately become Mr. T.
Right.
It's like a spell.
Seb becomes
it's a spell.
Mr. T for a minute. Because Tymon says, oh, we're going to go kill a prince. That's what the vision was about.
Mm-hmm.
And he's like, fuck.
Okay.
Yeah, he's like, pity the fool who asked. It's me. I'm the fool who asked. But we just never get an answer exactly to why Tymon has these visions. He kind of alludes to maybe a goddess didn't like him. And he does say that the disfavor of a goddess hurts men's feelings more than the disfavor of a god.
Oh my god.
Because it's a woman, and it hurts his feelings.
Is this wizard an incel?
Yeah, maybe. Yeah. Now we cut to Merida.
Merida?
It's not her name, but it is Merida. She has,
from Brave?
Yeah, she has long red hair. Doesn't like the man she's supposed to marry. She's a princess. She has a bow. She rides a big horse. Yep. That's Merida, right?
Uh-huh.
Her name is actually Ashisa? Ashesa. I don't know. It's Ashesa. Yeah, confusing. She's yelling that she won't marry him, which we find out is the prince.
Yeah, that was just beat for beat, Merida.
Yeah, and she's like racing through the woods as fast as she could go, and nobody could keep up with her or whatever on her big horse. Yep, that sounds about right.
That's 1-to-1. Where are the bears?
Yeah, no bears anywhere in this story or the other stories, surprisingly. We need bears. We do find out that in this conversation with her, I think it's her lady in waiting. It's Lady Margate, and she calls her Margie, which I don't like. Feels weird. I keep wanting to say Margie.
I keep wanting to make it Margit from Elden Ring.
Right? We find out from their conversation that the he is Prince Darius, who is from a place called Borasur. I think, yeah.
How's it spelled?
Borasur.
Yeah, no, Borasur. I don't know.
And so we just get like, this is exposition, because this is just like, oh, well, your father, King McCole.
Yes, my princess. Let me explain to you what your relationship is to this.
He's
story.
Not even there. They're just talking about him. They're just not meeting the Bechdel test.
Right.
And yeah, they're just talking about men.
Of course.
Right. While they're just like expositing everywhere, you know, all over the place, we learn that her father is King McCall. You know, he wants her to get married for political reasons, of course. She's just a womb with legs.
Sure.
Yeah. Yeah.
But bog standard, yeah.
Right. All of a sudden, Margie is like yelling at her, like, you can't just do whatever the hell you want because your fate isn't in your hands, Merida. And you don't have the chance to change your fate.
Is this literally Merida?
A little bit.
We've been making that joke, but that was literally that was.
No,
what
she doesn't
Grey
say
was
that.
about, right?
Yeah, but no, she doesn't say that exactly. But actually, that is what this story is about.
Okay.
Pretty much is like how her life is out of her hands until it becomes like she takes control of her own fate.
Okay.
Yeah.
Well, yeah, I can get behind that.
Right?
Yeah, not a bad premise.
While they're talking, Margie gets shot with a dart in the neck.
Is it so we can transition to the next scene?
No.
Oh.
It is, well, kind of. It's like a slower transition, though, because we see, you know, some stuff, but then we transition.
Okay.
So, she gets shot with a dart. Ashisa draws her hunting sword and, like, looks around and I guess doesn't catch them in time because they shoot her with a dart. And now she sees a dwarf and two men emerge from the woods, and then they, like, give her some weird smelling potion and she goes to sleep.
Oh.
And now we transition.
So wait, they had knockout darts and
Yes.
go to sleep potion?
Yeah.
Okay. Well, I mean, they're prepared.
Right. So then we cut to the kings, of course, the kings who are trying to get their children to marry, or really are just successfully getting their children to marry because they're kings.
Right.
King Rygar is the other king, the father of Prince Darius, which is a dumb name. I hate saying it. They are talking about a kidnapping note that was left behind with the lady in waiting because they didn't take her. They only took the princess.
Oh.
Yeah.
Yeah.
They left a little kidnapping note and it just says, I have her, Tymon the Black. Like, it says her name, but I'm tired of saying her name. So, like, that's it. That's the whole note.
So, I have Ashisa.
Tymon Black.
Tymon the Black. Okay.
Yeah. Darius, the headstrong prince that she's supposed to marry, thinks that it's the kingdom of Wylandia that is planning that. Yeah. Yep.
Wylandia?
Wylandia.
Wylandia?
That's a good question, and they don't answer it.
Well, all right.
Once again. Yeah.
So we're also doing Princess Bride.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. There are rumors of Tymon in a watchtower in Wylandia. So I guess that's like kind of why is like, oh, well, he's over there. And Darius wants to just go straight into this other kingdom with an army to like take him down.
Oh.
And they're like, no, we can't do that. We can't afford a war. And so they want to send actually like a diplomatic mission in to see like if they could get permission to go in and like collect the princess, I guess, from her tower. 'Cause
reasonable.
Yeah. We also find out for no reason whatsoever. So I thought this was going to be a like some kind of like call forward, and later we'd call back to it and it would be like, oh, he had cancer or something. We find out that King Rygar has indigestion.
What's the context?
He like winces when he's talking to the other king, and he's like, "Are you okay?" And he's like, "Oh, it's just indigestion. It acts up sometimes." I was like, "Oh, this is gonna be
he's gonna die of a stomach ulcer."
Yeah, he does die, but they don't say like. I thought he got assassinated because they just said in his sleep. So maybe it was, but it was not clear.
Mm-hmm.
It felt weird.
I mean, it's definitely pointed, but
indigestion.
Yeah,
like
that's
what?
a weird setup if that's what that was.
Yeah, no, it was really weird. And he doesn't die just yet. Like, of course, he's still doing his kingly things. We do also hear that Prince Galen is the younger brother of Darius, and he's smarts. He's a real smarts boy.
Oh.
And the other one is dumb.
Oh.
And he fights. Big brother fight, but dumb.
Yeah, that is the only two kinds of brothers.
Yeah, it sure is. Basically, once Darius leaves, he's like, oh, I'm just gonna go to bed, wink, wink. And they're like, that's nice. And then they put a guard outside his door so he can't, like, sneak out to try and go do a stupid rescue mission alone like an idiot. And so Galen goes down to visit him with his guards, and
so Galen's like his keeper in this context.
Yeah. Kind of like he just kind of goes down to say hi, it's not like you could leave anyway, ha ha ha. And we find out, weirdly enough, that Galen used to read to Darius, his older brother.
Oh.
I think Darius can't read.
Oh.
Maybe? Because, like, earlier they talk about, like, when he was reading the ransom note or whatever it was, he was, like, reading it really slow and, like, making the mouth, like, movements. Like, I think he can't read.
He was also struggling with Ashisha's name.
Yeah.
He's like, we have Ashisha.
And yeah, so like we find out that Galen used to read stories to Darius, and then Darius asks him, like, says like, oh, maybe sometime soon you'll have to read a new story to me. He's still doing this.
I don't.
He's going to be a king someday. He has to be able to read.
These are like adults, right?
Yeah.
Okay.
He's got to be at least 18.
There is something funny.
His name's Jared. He's 21. He never learned how to fucking read.
God damn it. I don't know how much of our audience knows Vine.
Too bad.
But yeah, there is something to that I kind of like.
Yeah?
Like, the characters are just kind of weird and dumb.
You just, what? Like, okay.
Like, oh yeah, this is Prince,
Darius and Galen?
Yeah, this is Prince Darius, and he's functionally illiterate.
Yeah. Even though, but like, realistically, if that's your heir, you are going to make sure that he can read, he can write.
Kings don't know how to read.
Yes, they do.
No. All he has to do is do war.
No,
that's why he's the good
That
king.
is not accurate.
So I'm assuming the setup is that Galen's gonna get to be king, and
shut up.
Okay.
Never speak again.
It's pretty clear.
Galen tells Darius that he's going to Wylandia with the political mission to go see if they can get
on
permission.
The diplomatic mission.
Yeah. And so Darius is like finding out, like, oh, they're going to do this the dumb way to him. He's like, wow, they're going to like waste time.
These idiots are going to do diplomacy.
He's just like, I hate diplomacy.
I get why Merida doesn't want to marry him.
Right?
Or Ashisa.
And then we'd like cut straight from like Galen leaving him for the evening after telling him that to back to Merida or Ashisa.
Mm-hmm.
And she knows she's woken up in a different bedroom than her own, not because different decorations. No, they have the same tapestry and a pretty similar bed, I guess.
Mm-hmm.
But because books are out in the open and not hidden.
Oh.
Girls can't read. Even though she is literally going to become a queen. That is not how royalty works.
Mm-hmm.
She should know 3 languages, minimum.
I mean, it also depends on, because we don't know anything about these countries.
Right. Right.
You know, it might
I
not
guess
be,
they could all speak the same language or something, and
maybe.
but
I mean, that's generally how it works in fantasy, because, you know, a lot of people don't like dealing with multiple languages and having to deal with the logistics of that.
it just frustrates the hell out of me when they're like, oh, she can't read even though she's a royal.
What do you think the intended audience age is?
I'm not really sure. Maybe like 15-year-olds. It gives like young adult kind of, you know?
I can kind of see that.
Yeah. It just has that kind of like air to it.
Mm-hmm.
So she like looks around the room. Books aren't hidden. New room. She only recognizes new room or same room. This is all she does.
So, okay, can I predict the plot from here?
Yeah.
Okay. So I'm going to assume we're really doing a Princess Bride.
Okay.
And Galen had her stolen.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, he paid Tymon the Black. Is that what his name was?
Tymon
the Black to.
I guess it could be Tymon. I don't know.
Yeah. Either way. Paid him in order to kidnap her so he'd have a reason to go to war with this other country, and that he would be king and get his brother killed so that he could receive the kingship.
That motivation would make more sense to me.
Okay.
Yeah. Like, I think that makes more sense than what we will get out of this.
Uh-huh. But Tymon had his long vision.
Yes.
So I guess he's just doing this at his own magical behest, or at the behest of fate.
You're ruining the story.
I'm sorry.
Why are you like this?
I also do this with bugs. So.
She finds, so she looks around her room, leave your stuff behind.
Mm-hmm.
She is locked in, which makes sense. She's a prisoner in a tower, you know, of course.
Yeah. I mean, as a princess in a tower. Yeah.
She mentions that the mountain view from her window is pretty, but then just it is described as the earth folded like a deflated bagpipe. What? How is that pretty?
Yeah, it sounds like you just described the land as looking a little bit scroty.
That's terrible. I would hate to see that.
That doesn't sound like good.
No.
Like, is that the way he describes rolling hills?
Yeah.
And like valleys and cliffs or
Yeah,
something?
it really is.
I don't know, dog. I don't know if I'd describe it that way. That's a choice, sure.
Yeah, the
That's
kidnapper.
unique.
The kidnapper is weirdly polite. He knocks and makes sure that she says come in before he comes in.
Mm-hmm.
And she's like talking to him. Then she demands to know who he is, why she's here, and she stamps her foot because she's a princess.
Mm-hmm.
Yes. The kidnapper, she pulls on his cloak because he's wearing a cloak. She can't see his face. You know, she's like, let me see your face. He's made out of wood and clay. He's just a golem and he just falls apart when she tugs on him.
What?
Yeah.
Huh. Okay.
And then Tymon, the Black, comes in behind the golem and was like, hey, I dressed him up so you wouldn't be scared of him, but like...
Why didn't he just come?
Right! What was the point of this? To see if she wanted to yank a cloak off a golem? I don't know.
Okay.
Yeah.
I don't understand. What? I don't know. It doesn't matter. Go on.
No, it doesn't matter. It won't come back anyway.
Okay.
It's fine.
We just bring up a goal. Why did he just fall apart when she took off the cloak?
Because later they're strong, so I don't know why the hell that one fell apart. That doesn't make any sense.
Fine.
Right? It's like, sure, whatever you say. Tymon is described as having delicate features like a girl. And that
he's a pretty boy.
Yeah. And he has red eyes like he's tired or he's been reading in the dark.
Okay.
Yeah. He introduces himself. He's like, hey, I'm Tymon the Black. She recognizes that name from the story she's heard, and she calls him a fiend, and she threatens him with a candlestick that she saw on the table next to her.
I mean, she has just been validated that she's been kidnapped by this creep wizard.
Right, yeah. She claims that Tymon sacrificed a virgin to raise a demon army against, quote, the Red Company.
Huh. Okay.
So I assume it's some kind of army.
Yeah,
but,
just some random battalion or something.
Yeah. He, in return, says they weren't demons, she wasn't a virgin, and I didn't exactly sacrifice her, and gets no more specific than that. So I think he killed her.
What?
I think he killed whatever this...
What's the gray area of sacrifice?
Right.
I'm pretty sure, I feel like that's binary.
Didn't exactly sacrifice someone sounds an awful lot like you sacrificed someone.
Did you just let her kill herself?
Oh, yeah, you know? Or maybe it was for no purpose, because a sacrifice has a purpose, right? You're like,
I mean,
that's like
sacrifice
that's an offering.
Implies intentionality.
Yeah. So it was a meaningless death, maybe. she
He didn't mean to sacrifice her to a demon, but he also hated her and just wanted to kill her anyway.
Yeah.
Totally separate from the ritual she was incidentally a part of.
Right. And then Tymon's like, oh yeah, you're probably hungry, and just has a tray of food and wine with him.
Okay.
All of a sudden. And she's like, why should I trust this? And he's like, why would I kidnap you if I was going to kill you? And she's like, oh, good point. Just starts eating it. Like, yeah, that's the only...
I mean...
He wouldn't have any reason to keep you knocked out, for one. You know what I'm saying? Like, drugging, I don't know.
Yeah.
He doesn't drug her with it, but it would have been easy.
Mm-hmm.
She's making it easy. Why is she so kidnappable, and why is it her fault? What has she done? She basically, while she's eating, is kind of like trying to pick apart his reason for this and his,
What is your motivation?
Yeah,
What
literally.
is your motivation in this scene,
why are you here? Who are you?
No one knows why you're doing this.
And she says that he must not want a ransom because the tapestry on the wall looks really expensive.
Well, what? Maybe this is how he makes his living. You don't know.
But also, he's a wizard.
Right.
He could just make it look expensive. There you go.
Yeah. Like you already think he does nefarious shit.
Right. Why wouldn't you think he stole it?
Yeah.
Magicked it, did something.
Maybe this wizard does crimes that you already thinks he does, but for money.
Money crimes. He tells her that she is smart. She has a great mind, but basically her job when she marries is going to be pumping out them babies and looking pretty.
I mean, that is what monarchy is,
Yeah.
so. Thanks for twisting the blade, I guess. Dick.
Right.
I'm sure she's aware.
And so then I guess he just leaves her for the evening and she's going to bed. Like, it's so weird.
Like, what's some of the dialogue here?
The tapestry alone is of finer quality than my copy, and I know how much that one cost. Poor father nearly had a stroke. You obviously have great resources at your Beck magician. That rules out any conventional ransom short of blind greed, and that's one sin I've never heard spoken of you. So, what do you want?
Yeah, the dialogue doesn't sound terrible.
Right. Sometimes the word choices are a little weird.
Mm-hmm.
It's almost like thesaurus level in a few things.
Mm-hmm.
But he knows how to use a thesaurus, so like can't be that bad.
Thesaurus?
Thesaurus?
Yeah.
I call it thesaurus.
Okay.
Mind your business.
You're wrong. I'm sorry, but you're wrong.
Mind your business. Now we get exposition from Tymon about how he has actually been really bad about hiding his whereabouts on purpose because he wants to kill the prince. So he's already telling her what he's doing.
Okay.
Also not really for good reason. I don't know.
Yeah. Let me clue you in on this plan because I want you to be the love interest.
You would think, right?
Mm-hmm.
Anyway, yeah, so he has been going out in public and being seen, and so people know he's at this gatehouse or whatever, this tower in Wylandia.
Okay. So he's baiting the prince to kill him. Why does he want to kill him?
Yeah.
Because the long vision told him to?
Long vision, yeah. And we cut to Darius. Darius's guard, actually. And he's just like, oh, do, I'm just guarding the prince. And the prince...
just doing guard stuff, do.
Prince Darius is just like, oh no, I need help with this thing. And then he just bonks him on the head. He fell for the oldest trick in the book.
I mean...
the worst guard ever.
Your henchman's got a hench.
Terrible guard. So, and then we just, like, we literally cut into that scene and then cut away from that scene that fast. And now we are back with Ashisa. She's like walking around the tower, getting the lay of the land. Like she's got a golem guard or whatever, and they keep her from like jumping off the side of the building or whatever. And also Seb, the dwarf, is painting because he has hobbies.
Good for him.
Yeah.
I'm glad for him. I was just thinking, boy, Seb just really hasn't had like any real character development.
Right.
And you know what? I'm glad he does things
Yeah.
in the background that are inconsequential to the story.
Crazy thing, this is the only story he shows up in of all three.
Alrighty then.
I know.
Well, I'm glad he paints.
I'm glad he paints. Good for him. And he tells her the tower's too high to jump anyway. And she's like, well, that depends on your reason for jumping. Excuse you for like thinking you know my motivation.
Mm-hmm.
Like, I might be suicidal.
So is she just going along with this because she doesn't want to marry the prince? She's okay with Tymon murdering him?
It's really confusing because she doesn't think the prince is like that bad of a guy.
Okay.
She's like, well, he's just another prince. Like, he's not really, doesn't make a lot of sense. And so she kind of just has to go along with it because she's stuck there.
Right.
And
she is a prisoner.
Like waiting it out. Yeah. And I guess she's trying to get information a little bit. We find out Seb doesn't like being a dwarf because people treat him different in the way that they all think he should be a court jester and jump around wearing little bells.
Okay. So some internalized racism.
And Tymon treats him with respect, and that's why he's hanging out with Tymon.
He's one of the good ones.
Yeah. Tymon's chill, and he's
Tymon has a... Tymon can't be racist. He has a dwarf friend.
It's like, what? That is not a reason to hang out with your friend who clearly gets in trouble every other week and has just kidnapped a princess with the intent to kill a prince.
Yeah. I only have one friend that doesn't treat me racistly, so he can just do whatever he wants around me, and I'll just allow it.
Yep, pretty much.
That's fine. A little abusive, but okay.
What we find out what Seb is painting too. He's painting like a glorious battle scene of Prince Darius, and he's in old-fashioned armor.
As opposed to new fashion?
I guess. They make up the ages.
I just assumed this was like a fantasy era.
Yeah.
Anyway.
It really feels confusing because you're not sure what time or place you're meant to be in. Like, how I don't know, advanced is our warfare? Like, what is the difference between now and then?
Right.
They don't really describe the armor that much. It sounds like it's like a lot of big plate and stuff, so I would assume that that's about where they should be. But he says that Darius should have lived during this period, which is called the Lyrsian Wars, and it was the time for heroes. He thinks Darius is going to start a war in Wylandia so that he can become a hero.
Okay.
Yeah. And then he says that Tymon knows and is burdened with the horrible curse of knowing, and that gives him the right to kill the prince for potentially starting a war in the future.
I mean, I guess. Yeah, I don't hate that.
Okay.
Yeah.
And he does drop the bombshell of King Ryger died last night in his sleep of mysterious stomach indigestion. You know, that indigestion magic, what gets you?
Oh no, heartburn.
Yeah, that's how it feels. Now we cut to Darius because now he's free because his guard was an idiot and he's like racing through the woods. He decides to kill a bunch of bandits because they got in his way and shot at him. And it mentions that like he doesn't care about their pain. It's like they were shooting at him though.
I'm a bad guy who doesn't care about you.
Yeah, and now he like likes killing and it's like a sport and yeah.
Yeah, he's bloodthirsty.
Yeah.
Establishing him as the bad guy.
Right. And so then he's like wandering through the woods and he starts whistling because he's just having a lovely time.
I love killing. Killing's my favorite thing.
Gotta find my princess. And so then we switch scenes again because we keep only going to Darius for like 15 seconds at a time. I don't know what's happening.
We have to establish him as the bad guy.
Yeah, he has to be there, but we can't look at him for too long where we realize he's an idiot. I don't know. Like, we realize he's too stupid to be evil. Yeah.
He's not evil, he's just violent.
He's just a little dumb.
Just
Leave
violent
him alone.
and stupid.
He's good at one thing, damn it. It's not reading. So Ashisa wakes up and she looks over at where she had placed her gown from the night before. And instead of her clothes, there are new clothes that are barely clothes. Yeah, it's like essentially like a wide ribbon that she has to tie around herself.
Oh.
It's very Princess
Why?
Leia slave costume
Yeah.
feeling.
Why?
Now, more exposition.
Okay.
He says that this is the sacrificial garb of a fertility cult, like a not well known fertility cult. And she's like, "Are you part of that cult?" And he's like, "No, but it's good to have a cover," even though he literally gave his name in the little note. I don't know. I don't know why. He wants to play into Doris's hero fantasy.
Okay.
So that Doris will not question anything when he comes in. He'll just be like, "Oh, cool. Damsel in distress. Stab, stab."
You've already got a reputation.
Mm-hmm.
What would he be? You did kidnap her.
Yeah.
You don't need a cover.
It doesn't make sense.
What? Are you gonna have to litigate this later?
For real, yeah. Who is going to ask the questions? Because Doris is gonna be dead. The princess, we don't know. Yeah. So he takes her down. He makes her change into the clothes. Also, he has to be there while she changes for unknown reasons.
Oh my god.
Yeah. They don't really go into detail in the scene, but that's creepy.
So we just want an excuse to have the main character be around a naked woman?
Yeah, and then she has to very carefully put this ribbon around her so that she doesn't look, and she's like, "Oh, but it's still so revealing."
Skimpy.
And he says it's that or be naked on the altar, and actually being naked might be better.
I'm not on Tymon's side.
No.
I don't know if the story thinks I should be on Tymon's side, but that sucks.
Tymon is confusing as a character, really. Yeah, I wish he was gay. Anyway.
I don't know that would help things.
I wish he was gay and not a dick. I don't know. What do you want?
It feels like the author just wants a naked woman
anti-hero
around this
too. Yeah,
I don't know. Yeah, a little bit anti-hero vibe.
a little bit like The Witcher-ish, just using someone as bait. I don't know.
Yeah, I guess.
I don't know.
I mean, it's a morally gray character, but yeah, this just makes me think he's a creep.
Yeah,
because you don't need this cover.
No, nobody.
There's
needed
no reason
this.
for
You
this.
could literally have her down there in her gown. It doesn't matter.
Mm-hmm.
You could
Yeah,
make a
'cause
fake dragon to
She is actually kidnapped.
Yup. Sure is. So he takes her down to this big stone altar that he has set up as set dressing props, if you will, for his grand facade, and he chains her to the altar with her skimpy clothes. And then he's like, "Oh wait, the prince is coming. I need to go get changed." And he goes to change his outfit. I
mean, I kind of see the bit we're doing here.
Right.
We're kind of playing off of Conan the Barbarian a little bit.
Okay.
It's like that setup, but the bad guy is setting it up for Conan, basically.
Yeah.
That's so silly.
He's making it fancy for him.
He's like, no, I have to make sure he has a good time.
Right. It's a lot more like Dr. Doofenshmirtz as a wizard.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. So Doris is sneaking around. He arrives early and he's running in, right, to save Ashisa. And she yells out, "Hey, it's a trap. Leave." He doesn't listen. He's bloodthirsty. Mm-hmm. He's excited about the fight.
There's a naked woman in the room.
Right. He goes in and fights one of the golems, wins.
Okay.
Pretty easy, apparently.
They don't take much.
Right.
Apparently, you can just rip their clothes off and they'll fall apart.
Then Tymon comes out with a flaming dagger. And you know what this fucking prince does? He's like, "Oh, you have a dagger?" He drops his sword and uses his own dagger because he wanted to bring a knife to a knife fight and not a sword to a knife fight.
Okay.
For no reason. He's literally there supposed to be saving her. He would do that much better with a sword.
Yeah, I don't know. Maybe it hurts his ego if he fight.
He could tell them whatever.
He only had a dagger, and he had a sword.
He was a wizard.
Of course he won.
He's a wizard.
Yeah, he's got a knife that's on fire.
He's got golems. What? You're protecting a prince? What?
I mean, maybe it just goes to show further that he's just an egomaniac.
Right.
Instead of being concerned.
It has none of the, like, charm of, like, I am not left-handed, though. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like, it's, like, that's the thing. It's missing a lot of the charm that, like, the Princess Bride and other things like that have.
Yeah.
And it just feels a little empty without that, because it's, like, confusing to try and connect the dots.
So they're about to fight.
Yes. So now they get into a knife fight and they're swishing, slashing with knives, which has to look at least a little ridiculous. Like you do not fight a knife fight in a cool way. Yeah. Like, cause she describes it, the princess describes it as if they're like parrying and stuff, but it's a dagger. And I don't think
that is a little silly.
Yeah. So it looks like I can only imagine them.
Why did we switch to daggers? Why didn't Tymon also have like a sword that was on fire?
Right.
Why did we switch to knives?
Funny. Oh, I guess it's probably for Tymon, it's so that he can fulfill his bit of being the one who's about to sacrifice the virgin on the altar. So I think for him, it's like, that's like a sacrificial dagger.
Yeah, you know what? I can get with that.
He's doing the bit.
I don't hate that.
Yeah. And then I guess Darius was just like, fuck, I've got to do the bit too. And he's like, he's so committed.
Yes, and.
Yeah, he knows. So then Tymon breaks away and he's like, I have to sacrifice her. And he like runs at her with the knife. And while he's running, Darius throws his knife and hits him like square in the back, real nice and deep with his knife. So then he's down, he's bleeding. And Darius is like coming to Ashisa and like, hey, what's going on? Then she's like, hey, unchain me. And he's like, no, there's something we should do first.
Oh, God.
Yeah.
So what happens?
He fondles her.
Okay.
Not like super detailed. He's like fondling her and he's like basically saying like, we're gonna fuck, like whether you want to or not.
Yeah, okay, our bad guy's doing bad things.
Right, yeah, no, he has to be extremely evil.
He has to be really creepy here so that, we're not as worried about the earlier thing.
Right, and so we don't feel bad when he dies.
Making her dress up.
Bro, for real. Yeah, because at least he didn't like fondle her, I guess, even though he watched her change.
Hey, if you get raped worse by someone else, you didn't get raped previously.
Bro. She tricks Darius into, she's like, oh, well, if you let me go, then we can go fuck over there in the corner.
Okay.
And so he unchains her and she picks, like, so then from this point, it kind of like skips to the next bit a little bit. Mm-hmm. And so we kind of have to connect the dots that she stabbed Darius and killed him. Because she kind of like has like some memories of like the way his eyes looked when he was bleeding and like so it's a little bit like trauma, I guess.
Okay, so is this like a Doctor Strange? Like Tymon saw the future events as they needed to unfold, Doctor Strange style, the long way?
Kinda.
So he knew that he had to do this bit.
Later he gives us another vague explanation for why. In another story, he gives us a vague explanation for why he sees things and does things. But, yeah.
So it's kind of like Morty with the crystal in his foot.
Yeah.
I do as the crystal demands.
Yeah.
Because he knows it's just supposed to go that way?
Kinda. Or like he knows that it could go bad and so he wants it to not go as bad or something.
Okay.
In a confusing way. Yeah.
Anyway, so she stabs the prince.
Yep, she stabs Prince. Prince is dead. She walks up to Tymon's body. It's not Tymon. It's another golem. And it had a bag full of blood that got, it was literally, it was the ketchup and the squirting. Mm-hmm. It was very blood, and death of him. Mm-hmm. And see, you should be really impressed by that.
I see.
Yeah. He walks out. He's like, hey, you should probably say that I killed him. Because that doesn't look good.
Why didn't you kill him?
Right? He was there. He literally could have killed him at any point. Why did he make her do this?
Yeah. That doesn't make any sense.
He does say, she is like, how did you know I was going to kill him? And he was like, oh, I didn't. I just wanted to see what would happen. He was going to watch her get raped?
Yeah, he was just going to let that happen?
He was just going to watch and then kill him? Like, what?
Yeah, Tymon sucks.
Yeah. Yep. And so he's basically like, yeah, you should probably say that he died fighting me. And then he's like destroying the evidence, straight up blows up the tower with freaking TNT and a fuse. Yeah. And then it's like,
Okay.
Because his magic would die when he died, and I guess the he's making the golem look like he died there too, and yeah.
Like, if I was to be the most generous, I could say maybe he was about to step, but the story still doesn't tell us that, so that I would be being very generous for that. Maybe he was about to step forward and do something, and then he saw her grab the knife, and he was like, "Oh, this is interesting." Maybe, but that's also reaching like a lot.
Yeah, it is reaching a lot.
He's like, "Oh yeah, I wanted to see if you actually would get raped."
Yeah, and what you do about that. And what it looked like from all these angles.
I'm so interesting. I'm going to let morally bad things happen around me just to see how they play out because I'm the evil mastermind, man.
Mm-hmm. And it all works out just right because the long sight. Anyway, Seb is like, helping clean up the mess, and he gives Ashisa a cloak because he's not a fucking weirdo. And they ride off into the sunset together. Not Ashisa. No, just Seb and Tymon.
Okay. I was about to say, is Seb good? Well, no wonder he's not in the story anymore. He went to go marry the princess.
Right, clearly. And so they ride off into the sunset, and she has a long thought about how she can be in charge of her own fate now because she can decide who she marries.
No. That's not what this entire story has been about. What?
Yeah, she's like, oh, well, I can control my father now. I can just tell him things and he'll have to go along with like she's basically like, I can just give him the idea of I should marry the younger brother or I should do this and he'll just go along with it. But that's literally, why would that work now and it hadn't before?
Right, but this wasn't her character arc.
No.
She didn't have agency through this whole thing.
Right.
The most she did was defend herself from being raped.
Yep.
And now she's just like, oh, well, this is working to my advantage now.
Yeah.
Yeah, that kind of sucks.
And then it just kind of ends with her saying yep, this wasn't a time for heroes, but it was a time for a princess who wanted to do whatever the fuck. It's such a disappointing, it could have gone in a lot of directions.
Mm-hmm. There are elements I like to this.
Mm-hmm.
And I feel like this is a situation we encounter a lot, which is good bones.
Mm-hmm.
There's some good bones in here, and the execution was just kind of just not quite there.
Good bones, rotten meat.
Weak meat? I don't know.
Ooh, the weak meat.
The weak meat.
My favorite meat.
Veal. It's veal.
Oh no.
That's the weak meat. They do that on purpose, so that's tender.
You fool. All right, so now we are at the next story.
Let's take a break.
Yes.
We've been going at it.
We'll be right back.
Do you know what won't go riding off into the sunset with their boyfriend?
What?
BetterHelp.
I don't know. I feel like they might.
You don't know that.
BetterHelp? Want to chime in?
Ads. Hello, bad book loving friends. Just updating our socials. We're on Blue Sky now at bugs-bibliowrecks.bsky.social. We have a Substack at Bugs and Books, and the profile name is Bugs at BiblioWrecks. And of course, our website, BiblioWrecks.com. Drop us a message and check out the content that Bugs works on. She's really good at the social stuff. And let's get back to that bad book.
And we're back.
Sorry, I drew a blank there.
You okay, Bam Bam?
No.
Okay. You ready for another one?
I'm tired of this wizard.
That's just too damn bad.
This wizard exhausts me.
I'm gonna keep on reading.
There's good stuff in that last story.
Some elements, yeah, but just, I don't know.
Yeah.
Depressingly mediocre.
Yeah, I feel like that's right.
Yeah. We open up on another redhead. This time it's a man. He really likes redheads.
Wasn't Shisa also a redhead?
Yeah, she had long red hair.
Okay, so we're doing another I think there's a kind of a ginger trope in fantasy anyway.
He really likes redheads. I think every character, every main character kind of person is a redhead.
Okay.
Besides Tymon, he has black hair, I guess.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. This is a rogue and thief professionally, and his name is Jane. Yeah. It sure is.
Okay. Him named Jane.
Him named Jane. Me named Tarzan. Oh, he's just running around, stealing shit from people, having a good time.
Okay.
Purse heavy, heart light, you know how it is.
Is that a quote?
Yeah.
Okay.
He realizes that he's being followed, and he's like, wow, people don't usually try to follow me because I can always see them. So whoever it is, they must be, here we go. I've got the quote. Perhaps whoever is following me is really, really skilled. What?
Okay.
Why like that?
Yeah, that is a little clunky.
Yeah.
I guess the implication is that he's really good at not being followed, and so if they're following him,
no,
they
I'm
must
just
be real good.
I understand what he was getting at. I don't like the word choice.
Yeah, it is a little clunky.
It doesn't sound like something somebody would say to themselves. I don't know. He hides in like a crack in the rocks in like a cliff or something, and he just sits there and he just waits, and he keeps waiting, and it's getting dark, and he's waiting, and he's just sitting there, and then
he's like, they'll never catch me if I just stay here forever.
Yeah, and then Tymon lights a campfire outside the crevice. He's like, "Are you gonna be in there all night?" He's like, "Hey, bud." Tymon like kind of says like, "Hey, I want to hire you for your professional services as like a rogue and thief and whatnot, because this is a heist." Anyway, you like heists, son?
This episode is going to be for no one because because of the way we talk to each other. This is going to be incomprehensible to everyone.
Good.
But us.
It's not about that. Well, you think we do this for you? No. So yeah, Tymon needs his professional services.
Okay. You son of a bitch, I'm in.
Nice. Both characters, like within a couple lines, say, "Pardon my immodesty," and that frustrates. I'm like, why are you saying the same thing?
Yeah, they're both saying.
They're both saying that because they're both like, "Oh, let me brag, but let me say, pardon my immodesty," instead of like anything else. Because there are other options.
Maybe they're like
mirroring each other.
Yeah, like, well, if you'll pardon my immodesty, I'm rather good at this thing.
If you'll pardon my immodesty,
yeah,
they did not put any emphasis on the words. Like they didn't italicize.
Yeah, like if you italicize my, it's
some stuff was underlined. Weirdly enough, in this book, and that was weird. I'm not used to seeing that.
Like underlining for emphasis, I guess.
Yeah.
Okay.
And
yeah, that's an option, I guess.
I guess you can do that. Like nobody's gonna say no.
No one can stop you.
Especially if you are publishing your own book.
That's right.
Just publish your
whether
own
you
book.
Should or not, you can do it.
Just pay enough money and they'll put it out there. So yeah, they both say that like just within a couple lines of each other. Tymon also says that Jane has to hear him out when Jane said, "I don't work with wizards." He's like, "Yeah, but you're gonna want to listen to my story about why I need you and why I'm a better wizard."
No, I'm one of the good ones.
But then they're like talking and he's like, "Why would I do this with you? I told you I don't work with wizards." And he was like, "Take a look at this tree." He blows up a motherfucking tree and he's like, "That's a warning." What?
Okay, why not?
Then why did you talk to him? Like,
right, why not just start with that?
What the hell, dude? Blows up a tree as a warning.
Like, I guess we're going with like a morally ambiguous character. I just don't find him compelling.
No.
Really. Like, he
kind of just like a weird, chaotic thing.
He's just kind of power tripping.
Yeah. Just throughout people's stories, he just, Also, I think he stays around the same age, like, throughout all these stories, even though they happen at different times.
Oh, like, we're changing, like, entire eras.
Yeah. Well, not necessarily, like, eras, but, like, it's definitely been, like...
decades.
It's definitely been, like, years, yeah.
Okay.
I think in the next one it's been decades, and in this one it's only been, like, years. Wow.
Bug is gonna kill me for this episode.
Anyway, this, we find out, is a reverse heist.
we're stealing something from Tymon?
No.
We're stealing something from Jane?
No.
We're giving something to the art dealer?
We are giving something to the queen. We are leaving it behind in the nursery. Yeah, that's weird, right?
We're
leaving a thing. He wants him to break into the
we're
castle
dropping
to leave
off
something.
a baby?
No, it's not a baby. It's not alive.
What?
Yeah. And he also mentions that he doesn't want to harm the baby that's like coming or whatever that is already there. It's a little bit ambiguous. I think the baby might already be there, but they don't mention it that much. Wait. They do mention it. Okay, so there is definitely a child in the nursery.
Okay.
Yeah. And he is not leaving a child. That is not, yeah.
Okay, so what does he want with this baby?
Yeah, it's a good question.
Okay, well, go on.
Right. Tymon wants to go with Jane on this reverse heist. He's like, yeah, I want to be there the whole time.
Okay.
We're friends now.
Mm-hmm.
I left Seb like 20 minutes ago, and
me and Seb aren't talking
Yeah.
anymore for the rest of this book.
I like redheads. He's just like,
I mean,
here, wear this
Seb
outfit.
is a dwarf, so implication is that he's a ginger.
Yeah,
If you're going on Lord of the Rings,
because they like don't they a lot of times in
they're like Scottish.
yeah,
usually.
yeah, in like a lot of like
Which I think
fantasy
Rhys
stuff.
Davies for Gimli, he went like Welsh or something.
That's fun.
Yeah.
We need to do more.
I could be
Welsh.
misremembering that. No. I remember seeing a clip where he was talking about going through like different accents while he was figuring out Gimli
Mhm.
until he hit Scottish, and he was like, "Yeah, he's fucking Scottish."
He did
And now
this.
now dwarves are Scottish forever.
Yeah, he did do that to us, didn't he? Okay. So Jade is like, I guess because you're gonna blow me up otherwise, I don't have.
Yeah,
But
this
he
is
also
under
offers
duress.
him like a lot of gold, and he's like, what is happening right now?
Mhm.
Yeah. So he gets offered a lot of money and to not be blown up if he goes and does this.
Yeah, it kind of sounds like Tymon learned from the United States how to negotiate with people.
A little bit, yeah.
It's like, we'll give you a lot of money, but also we'll blow you the fuck up.
Yeah.
And you don't know which one I'm gonna do.
There are two roads to this fancy castle, and one is the Serpent's Path, and one is the Pilgrim's Road.
Okay.
And guess which one's which?
I guess the Pilgrim's Road is just for regular civilians, but it takes longer, and the Serpent's Road is the one where all the bad guys are on.
It sure is, yeah.
Yeah, okay.
Yep.
They're gonna get mugged or something.
Yep, that's what
Tymon's
Jane says.
Tymon's gonna have a reason to blow somebody up.
Yeah, Jane's like, we're gonna get fucking mugged if we go there. And is like, we might be like a little faster because we don't have to deal with like guards and anybody like, but we also still have to deal with bandits. And Tymon's just like, yeah, no, don't worry about it. It's fine.
Okay.
They go along, they meet up with a large group of bandits, and they just kind of like nod their heads at Tymon, and he passes through, and Jane's like, the fuck? And he's like, oh yeah, I just don't blow them up, and they're chill with me. Like, basically,
He's consistent.
yeah. He's just like...
That's his one superpower, is that he can blow things up, and he's just used that for everything.
Well, he used, like, dynamite, essentially, in the first story.
Also, he can just blow shit up.
Yeah!
Okay,
I have a theory
maybe he
that
can't.
Yes.
Maybe he can't actually blow things up.
because he did
But he
point
set
out
up-
a specific tree.
Right, and he set up the dynamite before.
Right.
So that could be interesting.
Yeah.
But if he's just a wizard that can just explode things, that's not very fun.
But he is also a wizard. He definitely has magic.
Right. So, yeah, we're
So
not
the-
getting
yeah.
like a lot of...
Maybe he just never learned Fireball. And he was like, you know what? We have Fireball at home.
Mhm.
And he just
Yeah.
brought it out.
Yeah, like if we cleared that up at some point, that could be funny.
Right.
But like, I
He
feel like
just
we have
really
to. I feel like we have to stretch ourselves a little bit to get there.
Yeah.
From this,
Like just bridging the gap kind of thing.
yeah, like I feel like I'm still guessing instead of that just being the story.
Yeah. Tymon just, this is again just something that he does like throughout these stories. He calls himself a wizard and then he calls himself a magician, and I cannot separate magician in my head from our magicians and not just a guy
Doing
who
card
practices
tricks.
magic. Yeah. And so I just imagine him with like a salt and pepper shaker, like, ooh, it's floating. Like, that's all I can see when he says I'm a magician. I'm like,
right. Yeah. I'm confused here lately about the use of the word magician too. I've been looking into Nazi stuff here lately.
That's nice, dear.
And mostly like the way they did occult stuff and like the culture around like occult stuff before actual Nazism took over Germany. And, you know, some people did just refer to themselves as magicians, like Rasputin. They called him a magician. But I think the language has changed.
I thought they called him Russia's greatest love machine, but you know, maybe that's just me.
Don't tell the story.
Yeah, save that for your own episode. This is my time. This isn't about you. You're just
continue.
You
Please
can't
continue.
leave. No.
This is the worst episode.
So Tymon calls himself a magician. He's like, yeah, I'm a great magician. It's cool. And he also says that because of like such and such trip for political reasons, the queen won't be there. So it'll be real easy to sneak in and leave this thing in the nursery.
Okay.
Right. And so they go, okay, so I guess blowing up a tree is not enough for Tymon to convince Jane that he is a powerful magician and could cause him trouble if he didn't help him, because then he forces him to astral project in his sleep. And he's like, how can I prove to you that I'm a wizard besides blowing up trees, apparently? And he's like, I can't do anything that would like be really crazy because you're asleep right now. And so you just blame it on a dream. And he's like, I've got it. When you wake up, you're gonna run 30 feet down the path, and then you're gonna look to your right, and then you'll remember that I told you this. And that's the proof.
What?
Yeah.
This definitely has some dream logic to it.
He wakes up, he runs 30 feet, he looks to his right, he remembers that he said that, and he's like, I guess you are powerful. What? Guess you could just make me kill myself in my sleep or something. I don't know. But he can also blow him up.
Okay, so Tymon is magicking him to wake up and run 30 feet.
Hypnotizing him is what he's doing.
Okay.
Like, if it turned out that Tymon did not have any magic, and he was just using, like, hypnosis and, like, random shit like TNT, I would be in. I would be fully in. It's not that. But I was willing to, yeah.
The real magic was just being really awkward with people, just like a real magician.
Right. Yeah. And then they're like at the castle. And they have to find a way to sneak in. For whatever reason, Tymon is more nimble than the professional rogue thief.
Why did he... If he's more nimble, why did we need the thief? Why are you paying... Do you just need an audience?
Probably. It's me. What are you gonna do, leave? I'll blow you up. They have to go tonight. It has to be tonight. Tymon has his reasons, whatever.
Okay.
He doesn't explain them. It has to be tonight.
Okay.
So they're like, cool. Jane is like, cool. How do we get in? They like climb down these like cliffs, and so they're underneath the castle. There's a secret tunnel. Secret tunnel.
Stop.
Secret
no.
tunnel.
Stop it.
Under the
Tell
castle.
the story.
They climb up. So the secret tunnel is also a toilet hole.
Okay. Yeah, I mean, that does make more sense.
It's got stairs on the side of it, which doesn't make any fucking sense to me. I don't know.
Okay.
Yeah, like going up around. I don't know, man. I didn't design this fucking castle, but if I did, I'd be mad that someone had stairs up to my booty hole. I think I'd be a little upset.
I'm sorry. So you have the toilet.
Underneath that big
and
pit.
It's just a big chute.
Of rock.
And there are stairs going up. And they climb out of the toilet?
They don't climb out of the toilet. They reach almost to the toilet. And then Tymon is like, here's this grappling hook and rope for climbing out of the toilet. And he's like, actually, I'm not going with you. I'll just wait here with your bag.
What?
Yeah.
What?
So he's
Why did
staying
you
in the
tell him you
toilet
were
hole.
going- Okay,
Yeah.
fine. Why did you tell him you were coming with him?
So they could make him astral project and run around in circles. I don't know.
This is so fucking goofy. What is the point? No, go.
Oh, yep.
Continue.
Okay.
Nope, not gonna ask what.
All right, Jane climbs out of the toilet. He's like, what a nice toilet. Like, this is an expensive toilet. He leaves the bathroom and he's in the queen's like chambers, because this was the queen's bathroom. And he kind of like peeks out from, I guess he's behind a like a privacy screen or something.
Mhm.
And he sees that she's not asleep. And he's like, fuck. And he's just hiding there, like behind a privacy screen. And she's like crying and writing a note. And he's like, I don't know what to do. He just has to sit there. And so she's like crying and writing. And then she finishes it. She like puts the seal on it, whatever. She tells her like lady in waiting, like, if this is on the table tomorrow, then mail it, because that means that I've decided it needs to go out. But if not, then don't worry about it.
Is it like a suicide note?
You know, they don't, I don't think it is, because they don't really mention that. They do kind of mention what it is later, but it's not, yeah, it does kind of sound like that, though, now that I think about it, yeah.
Weird. Okay.
That's crazy. She's also, the queen is like 16, has already given birth.
Okay.
Yeah.
I mean, yeah, that is how royalty do.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
She tells that to her lady in waiting. Her lady in waiting's like, hey, there's some like rum or whatever, brandy, something like that. And she's like, here you go, it'll help you sleep. She falls asleep really fast, and Jane's like, I think she was drugged like just now, because that was really fast.
Okay.
And he's like, okay, cool, whatever. Tymon had told him that he could take whatever he wanted as like proof that he was there, so that his
signature?
Yeah, so that he could be cool to his friends.
Yeah, I guess some fame.
Right. And
Why would he want that? Why would you want more notoriety?
Right? As a thief? And he thinks about taking the letter for a second, and then he's like, nah. He just doesn't take anything, walks into the nursery, leaves the package behind, comes back, and like notices the lady in waiting is in there like doing some secret stuff. She steals the note. And he is figuring out like, oh, she drugged her. She's taking that note. Something's gonna happen. And for whatever reason, he's like, okay, I'm going to sneak into the lady in waiting's room and steal it back from her and then take it with me. So he does.
Why would he do that though? Why? Like, is he like giving any reasoning why he's interested? Because he's already in the situation under duress.
I think he was just like, oh, she seems so upset. I don't know what it could be. Like, he was a little bit curious, but that doesn't necessarily make a good reason for why you'd risk being caught in the queen's chambers, like immediate death for a note.
Yeah. Not a very solid motivation.
No.
Yeah.
So he takes it. He's climbing back down the toilet. He's going with Tymon. They're leaving. Tymon is like later he burns the note after he reads it, and Tymon knows about the note because that's what Tymon saw in his most recent vision, was the note.
Wait, he saw the note?
Yeah, in his most recent vision, before this whole thing started.
He burned it?
Jane burned it.
Okay. Why?
He said it was dangerous.
Did he not read it?
He did read it.
Okay, so do we find out what it is?
Yeah, it's just a sad note to her old friend who is the prince of a different kingdom, and apparently it was going to make her and her kingly husband fight, and Tymon didn't want them to fight, and the thing that Jane left in the nursery was a gift that the king should have remembered to leave a gift for the baby's birthday or whatever, and he didn't, so Tymon left one for her so that she would think that he was nice and would give him some grace so that they could be happy. He's fixing people's relationships for no reason.
Yeah, I mean, I guess for, I don't know, like, Well, it's just their marriage. Like, was there any implication like the state was gonna like crumble if they didn't stay married?
I guess it could have led to some kind of war eventually, but he doesn't really say that. He's just like, oh yeah, this will just make it so that they don't fight here and they don't fight about that. She's a little nicer to him and maybe he'll be nice to her. Yeah.
What?
And they'll get to know each other and maybe fall in love or something like.
Yeah, well, I mean, we have to save the relationship of the child bride.
Right.
Yeah, I gotta keep that going. That's so fucking weird.
Right.
Like, was the king, like, paying him to do this?
No, but he had a vision about them fighting and decided, I can't stand that.
Why? Why would he give a shit?
Tymon says, I was born with the talent to see the places where history turns. So I guess somehow that was going to lead to Hitler. I don't know. Yeah. And then that's it.
Like, if that's how it works, like, equally, he could have to end up doing, like, some morally bad shit.
Yeah.
To prevent, like
killing babies or something.
A world war or something like that.
Yeah.
That would be more interesting than, we have to fix this broken relationship.
And this makes no sense, like, with the other story that we've heard, like, nothing.
We have to cover for this piece of shit dad, because he's the one that needs grace, not this queen.
Who had a baby at 16.
Right, and is left alone.
Yep, and is crying.
But yeah, let's do this to cover for the dad. That's fucking cool.
Yeah.
Yeah. Fuck Tymon.
Right?
What a douche.
No, he's just being dumb. He's just doing weird shit for no reason. And yeah, like, he's just like, yeah, I just do things because I know. And that gives me the reason and the right to do things. And what's his face was again like, how did you know I was going to steal the note? And he was like, oh, I didn't. I just like to see what people do. Like,
God,
he does it again.
Fucking annoying. Like that, if that would have ruined the plan. Mm-hmm. Like, what exactly was on the note again?
It was like, I think it was just like a sad confession to her old friend.
Right, and it
was like a different king or something. And so if he had found out about that, he would have been mad.
And the lady in waiting was going to take it to her husband?
Right.
Presumably?
I guess.
Yeah, that would have immediately fucked up your plan.
But she wouldn't have known what it was either. She would have had to open it to find out, right? Like,
this is also like a very selective future vision.
Yeah.
Of like, I know I have to do this thing to prevent X from happening.
Also, like, the dominoes he had to line up just to do the thing that he was doing to line other dominoes up, essentially.
Right. And, but this other part, I'm just curious about that.
Yeah.
And it's not gonna also ruin my plan.
I like to give other people the option to do whatever the hell they want so that I can see what happens, because I'm an edgelord.
Yeah, it's just very inconsistent. Yeah, very inconsistent character.
Yeah, really.
It's not. I don't know what it makes me feel. Equally, like he's. It doesn't make me feel like he's super smart or morally ambiguous. It just makes me feel like he's really confused and like he's not getting consistent information and he's just trying to look cool, and that just kind of makes me dislike this character.
Yeah. And then they go on their separate merry ways, and that's the end of that story.
Right off in the sunset in different directions.
Right. We don't know what the sun's like where they are.
Yeah, it's Tatooine. They got two separate suns, and they go in opposite directions.
Right.
Yep.
All right, you ready for the third and final tale?
I'm very ready.
Of Tymon the Black.
I'm really wanting to see how we put a bow on Tymon's moral ambiguity.
Me too! This one is called The Devil in the Details.
Okay.
Sounds like fun, right?
Yeah, sounds like we're making deals.
There's a guy named Kyan, and he's trying to get boots made for an undead skeleton army because their bone feet are fragile, and they can't march very far on their fragile bone feet.
You know what? That's fair.
Right?
I don't hate that. Yeah. Yeah, if you're going to have a skeleton army, brittle, dry bones, yeah, I kind of like that detail, actually.
See, he's got, like, good details going and stuff, and he's got, like, some interesting characters and motivations, and then he just muddles it all up.
Yeah.
because that's kind of fun. It's just like thinking about, you know,
that's
the logistics of having a skeleton army.
That seems like a genuinely original thought about like a skeleton army.
Yeah. So he's employed like all the cobblers for the like entire region because they have like a couple hundred skeleton soldiers that have been raised from the dead. He's just trying to keep them together.
I would love a mini-series about that guy.
Yeah.
But he's essentially, like, over time, he's just increasingly just becoming a babysitter for these skeletons that he just eventually cares about.
I think that Cayenne, this guy, might be my favorite character out of the stories. Okay. Besides, like, Seb, maybe. I could see, like, Seb, but
Seb didn't do anything.
Yeah, Seb didn't really. He did paint.
He painted, and he was nice to the lady everyone else was shitty to, and that's all he did.
Yep.
The bar
he thought about leaving his friend while he was catatonic. Oh, yeah. So Cayenne is just having bizarre things that he has to fix about this army. They're trying to march on a different kingdom before the rightful heir takes the throne. So they're trying to like essentially do a coup, I guess. The actual master of the army, the guy leading this charge, is named Lord Danalos. He is described as battle-scarred, but still handsome and commanding.
Oh.
Yeah. You know, like Jason Momoa. Yeah.
I see.
Right. The skeletons have, since they've been risen from the dead, like they basically, the magic forces them to have like a blind obedience to him and anyone that he puts in command of them.
Okay.
The skeleton armies are cheap because once you've risen them, they don't have to feed them
anymore.
You don't have to pay them. You don't have to really worry that much except for shoes, I guess.
Self-replenishing. They just find new bones after they kill people.
Dead bodies everywhere, man. And so he's like, yeah, that's pretty cool. They are a little fragile, but they're also scary and demoralizing to the enemy.
Sure.
So he's just running through the list of why his skeleton army is good.
There's something kind of video gamey about that. Like that sounds like the logic behind how you would balance like a certain class in a video game.
Yeah. Like how you'd give it a little bit of a weakness in one area and a strength in another kind of thing. Yeah.
That's what it feels like.
They are marching towards this other kingdom, and it's called Marouche, which is actually the kingdom that the queen of the first, or the princess of the first story, was going to marry into.
Okay.
Yeah.
So tying back into things, potentially.
They have 2 weeks to reach that before the next king is like throned, and they're trying to disrupt the whole rite of ascension kind of thing. So Cayenne is like doing all this. He's like setting up the cobblers, and then he's like, okay, and once you're done with this, you go to bed, you wake up, you do it again. He's like, we gotta keep going. We gotta get shoes for these fuckers. He's really eye on the ball.
We gotta take care of my boys' feet.
It's like they can't handle it out there. They're not ready for gravel. And so he finally gets done with his day, and he's going to bed. And so he goes back. The campfire's like burning low. Tymon is there, and he's waiting for him. And he is like, basically like, hey, I'm the one that raised all the dead out here. So I'm their real leader. And he calls the entire army thing with Danalos a fool's mission. He's like, why the fuck are y'all doing this?
Why did you raise the army then?
Right. And he's not wanting for money because he keeps giving people money and stuff.
Right. Does he say why he raised the army? Is he just renting it out
to... an agreement. It was a business deal with Danalos. I don't know why that would... Yeah. You just don't do it, and there you go.
Yeah. What?
Tymon says he cares about Cayenne. Cayenne's like, who the fuck are you? Cayenne, we find out, started as a stable boy, rose to the rank of stable master, and is now just a master. So, like, he rose through the ranks pretty fast in Danalos's, like, house and everything. And so he feels a sense of loyalty to Danalos for giving him what he has. And so, like, that's kind of why he's sticking around. That's why he's working really hard to try and, like, make this work.
Sure.
There are scouts attacking the skeletons as they are trying to march, and so it's slowing them down like a lot. And Danalos says, I want horses so that they can ride horses.
I want skeleton horses.
No, he doesn't. He wants real horses that the skeletons can ride. He wants normal horses.
Okay.
You know how brave horses are.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. Anyway, Danielos is running out of money for this because he's just been, I guess, spending.
Well, yeah, he thought it was going to be like a cheap, inexpensive skeleton army.
Right. And now they need horses and shoes.
Right. And now it's just getting to be like a regular expensive army that you just don't have to feed.
Right. Yeah, no. He wants them to be mobile, I guess.
I feel like the point of a skeleton army is that you don't really have to care about them.
Right?
Also, wouldn't you just go to where you're planning on having the army at and just raise the dead there?
Because, like, if it's at a castle, there's surely, like, a battleground nearby.
Right.
Where you could just, or maybe, like, a
graveyard.
a mass burial ground, something.
Yeah.
A pit.
Like, there's a reason we don't usually do skeleton logistics, and it's because no one makes them move around.
Right. Yeah, so he's running out of money. He sends Cayenne to go get horses. Does not send him with money, but does send him with skeleton soldiers. So basically the underline there is like, yeah, either either steal these horses or kill them and then take the horses.
Mm-hmm.
And so Cayenne is a little upset by this, like, just in general, because he grew up with, like, horse traders and stuff like that. Like, these are kind of his people. So he's, like, going to these horse traders, and Tymon shows up, and he just kind of, like, stands there for a minute. And he's like, yeah, you know, you'll have to kill these people to get their horses, right? Like, that's kind of fucked up. Tymon, you were gonna watch a girl get raped, but whatever. And you've done some fucked up shit. But no, he's the bad one.
You're gonna judge him.
Yeah. But
Tymon could literally can't he just turn off the skeletons?
Yeah. Yeah, no, we literally find out he can.
No, yeah, because he's just doing his thing where he's just, I want to do what you would.
Right.
Stupid fuck.
Yeah, no, it's really dumb. He tells him that the horses are going to be scared of skeletons anyway, so why the fuck are y'all doing this? And then he gives Cayenne money to buy the horses. Yeah.
Fine, I guess.
And he says, I'm going to babysit these skeletons until you come back. So he goes and buys the horses. Cayenne sees an old flame, and they, like, reminisce for a few minutes. He buys some nice horses that are fairly brave for a horse and, like, good quality, I guess. And he brings them back. He brings back the horses. He still makes the skeletons walk way behind him because he's like, I still don't trust these horses. These are new horses.
Mm-hmm.
So Tymon says the bones remember about, he's talking about the skeletons, and he's basically saying that they still have the memory of the people they were. And he, like, essentially says, like, if they could scream, they would be screaming and crying. Like, it's fucked up for y'all to be using them. He's the one who rose them.
You rose them! You did what? Why would they know the rules?
He's like, it's fucked up of y'all to do that.
It's real fucked up of y'all to make them scream. They're screaming? Why didn't you tell them when you rose the army for them?
Bro, it's crazy.
What?
And then he tells one of the skeleton guys that they've got to, like, go stand over by this bush. He uses this weird, like, old word for it, and the skeleton doesn't have to know the word as long as he can get the idea, like, right, and he can, like, follow the rule, because they're a little bit literal, I guess, but as long as they can get the right idea, it's very confusing, because, like, I don't even know.
I literally have no idea what you're talking about. What?
Like, the skeletons have to be ordered to do things,
right,
and they kind of take things literally, so if you tell them to, like, raise a city to the ground, they're going to absolutely destroy that city. It will be rubble to the ground. But they can kind
of get the idea if you're just like, raise a city to the ground.
No, it's more like you can use, like, weird old language for things.
Huh.
And they'll get it, and I don't quite understand why. I think it has something to do with the magic. Like, if the magic can get...
Yeah, like all the magic is said with Latin or something.
Yeah.
Why bring that up?
I don't know. Well, it's pertinent later in the story, I guess.
Okay.
This is like one time when it actually does come back.
Yeah, okay, so we're setting something up.
Yeah.
Okay.
And then he like tells that same soldier, he says to him, let me find the right word real quick. He says to the soldier narcosa in his ear, and he like turns to just a pile of bones.
He turned the soldier into bones?
Yeah, like he killed it, essentially. He
okay,
re-killed
the
it.
skeleton soldier.
Yeah.
Okay.
And so
I thought he just walked up to a normal soldier and made him bones.
making free soldiers for later. He's gonna come back for that one.
It's real fucked up. Use these skeletons anyway. I'm gonna strip the flesh off this. Yeah, that would be funny.
So yeah, he basically is like kind of showing him like, this is the magic word, what kills the skeletons, in case you need that later. Cayenne tells the other skeleton guys, like, he feels bad now about these skeleton soldiers because he was like, I didn't know that you guys were like sentient in that way. Bury him, please. Like,
I'm still not gonna do anything personally.
You
guys can take care of it though.
Right.
Still gonna use your skeleton slave labor.
The horses, like, okay, so he gets back to the camp. Tymon just leaves, does whatever the fuck Tymon wants.
Yeah.
And he gets back to the place, and they try to get these horses to carry skeleton soldiers. They will not. They won't come near the skeletons. The skeletons are not going to be on those horses.
Well, yeah, they're all clacky.
Yeah.
All their bones are clacking and it scares them.
Yeah. They're a horrible clacky mess. And they smell like rotten meat. Like, nothing is good about that. And so it just doesn't work. So they're just out all that time it took to get the horses, and they still have to march.
Mm-hmm.
The king of Marouche is King Galen. So that is the younger brother.
Yeah.
Of
grown up.
Yeah.
Married to Merida.
Right. Yeah. Literally.
Shish kebab. Yeah.
Yeah. And so he is currently off fighting a border dispute with most of his army because a different country tried to take advantage of the in-between stage of the thing, I guess. I think what's happening, I can't tell if he is like
the in-between
not
stage of the transition.
Yes, I can't tell if they mean that he is like retired. No, surely. Okay, so his dad must have just recently died, and he has not been crowned yet, but is the king regent currently and will be the king once he's crowned.
Okay.
So they're trying to come in before that happens so that they can kind of like cause
usurp
disruption
while the king is gone with his army.
Yeah. They have to do that within like a couple days. They're like 2-3 days outside of the city now, and so everybody else is coming from different directions. They're also like pretty close to that time frame away from the city, so it's a kind of a race. It's like a rat race.
Mm-hmm.
And
not what a rat race is.
Yeah, it is. It is the movie Rat Race. That's what it is. They're all running to the same place.
Okay, but that's
for the money.
I
and
guess
it's Whoopi Goldberg.
I guess that is what the movie Rat Race is.
Yeah.
But that's not what people are talking about when they say the rat race.
I don't care.
That's fine.
I don't care.
It's fine, whatever.
Okay, so basically to make up for lost time from like fighting and getting horses and stuff, they have to go through a garrison town that they were planning on skirting, but now they have to because it's just faster.
Sure.
And the Lord Danalos is telling Cayenne to take soldiers in, or he's telling him that like we're gonna have to go in and we're gonna have to just burn this city to the ground and kill everybody. He's like, that's what's gotta happen. We don't have time for them to be sending out for help. We don't have time for anything.
Scorched earth.
Yeah, scorched earth. And Cayenne is kind of upset about that a little bit because he's like, I didn't think we were going to be just like razing entire cities to the ground, my dude.
I knew we were raising a skeleton army, but I didn't think we were going to kill anybody.
Right, yeah. But he's like, he's still going to help. Because he owes him, I guess,
a life debt or
something.
Because he got adopted.
He wants, Danalos wants Cayenne to double check the map accuracy before they head to the garrison town. He's like, you've been through here a few times, like you'd probably know this better. And Cayenne suggests that they should try to get through only destroying the garrison so that they can go through as fast as possible instead of taking the time to do the entire town. on, he kind of describes like that if they say burn this city to the ground and like turn it to rubble, they will keep going until they're done with that before they'll move on, and so it would take longer. And so he's like, well, we should destroy this garrison, and we can do that if we give them very specific language in our commands about how to destroy it and what its name is. And he says that the garrison is named Narcosa.
Okay.
Yep, which is the same word that Tymon used to destroy the soldier earlier.
Yeah.
We cut from that immediately to Tymon telling him how it all went down afterwards, because I guess Cayenne just didn't show up the next day because he didn't want to get blamed for that shit. So basically, he said Narcosa, all the soldiers just turned to bone, and he got caught, and he only had like 15 actual guys, so he just got taken as a political prisoner because, he was trying to usurp the crown, and he's now going to probably go become a monk somewhere, because that's what they do with royalty, I guess. I don't know.
Yeah, they get banished or something. They don't get any actual punishment.
Yeah.
Just like today.
Cayenne is like, I don't know what the fuck to do because that was like my whole life. And Tymon is like, oh, well, just talk to this guy in the main city of Marouche and give him this scroll. And he like hands him a scroll, and it's like, and then you can have a job in the Queen's Guard or the Queen's Service. It's Merida. Because she owes him.
Shish kebab.
She owes him for her protecting herself by stabbing and him kidnapping her.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's how debts work.
Yep.
Yeah, he kidnapped her and left her to fend for herself.
And she owes
a rapist.
Him.
Okay.
Yep. She could have been hunting him down this entire time, realistically.
Right, that would have been the smart thing to do.
So yeah.
And from that story, as far as she knows, he doesn't have like big explosion powers. There's no reason for her to think that he's like
she
super
just
powerful.
She's seen him
should think
use
he's
a
just
couple
an
of
idiot.
golems, and they were shitty golems, and then dynamite, basically.
Okay.
Yeah. And then to make a sword flaming, but you can just do that with like oil and stuff. So like,
sure.
Yeah. So I guess, Cayenne is like, you know the queen, and he's like, yeah, she owes me a favor, and then he's like, and now you owe me a favor, and I'll come to collect on it someday. Yeah, because even though these are people making their own decisions, for some reason they owe him a favor for that, for him being there and making them aware that they were about to make a decision. I don't know.
That's so weird. Like, if all the characters at the end of their stories were like, well, I owe you a debt, or him, Tymon saying, you owe me a debt, or something like that, but yeah, this just kind of means nothing to us.
Yeah. Cayenne's like, okay, cool. And he doesn't go straight to the city, the capital city. He goes back to the horse traders to go hang out with his old flame for a little bit. And then it's like, it just describes like that he's going to go to the city to find out who he is now, but he's going back to Lissa, his old flame, first love, to remember who he was. And then it ends. And that's the end of all three of those stories. How does it make sense? He's basically described as the same age throughout those, even though, like, yeah, I can't tell how many years have passed, but it seems like it's not an insignificant amount of time. You know what I mean?
Yeah. Also, I think I skipped over one thing. His name is Cayenne?
Yeah. Kyan.
Okay. See, I was starting to like... See, I was starting to like come up with a theme because his name being Cayenne, Tymon's name is basically
like
time, but I don't think anyone else had like a food sounding name.
Yeah. No. And so it's like filled with like these vague things of him being like, oh, I just see the things and then I come in when history's about to change. But you rose the dead. What? You did this.
Yeah, you were making the what? That is really annoying. It just seems like he's just fucking around.
Yeah. He's just messing with the timeline for the heck of it.
Yeah. Yeah.
It really feels like he's just like a weird time traveler that is just fucking around.
Mm-hmm.
And he brought
really weird
TNT with him.
Yeah, I have no idea. I don't know.
The ability to raise dead soldiers. That one doesn't make any sense, but you know.
I don't know.
But yeah, he got all those shoes made for those skeletons for nothing. Just imagine all the work.
All the bones just fell
They're
to the
just
ground,
shoes
but
everywhere.
they're still perfectly new shoes.
Like, what are we going to do with these?
All the poor people in that town, they all got new shoes.
Everyone got new shoes that year. It was a Christmas miracle.
Miracle.
Yeah. And so, like, I don't think this guy is necessarily bad at writing.
No,
Because he has, like, a good language to it. He has some interesting ideas.
Yeah, and there's some interesting premises in there.
Yeah. But then he loses it.
Yeah, it's just we got a good start, we got some good premises. The execution just needs some work.
Yeah. In his little excerpt about the author, it says that Richard Parks is a full-time writer originally from Mississippi and currently living in central New York State. And he has, like, you know, some animals and a wife, and he writes a blog. But he says he's a full-time writer.
Huh. Maybe he writes for, like, a newspaper or something, or a magazine.
It could be. He could also just write a lot of, like, short stories like this and submit them to different things.
I mean,
or, like,
the
he
stories
could be a ghostwriter. We don't really, you know.
Yeah. I mean, maybe this is kind of today's Pulp Fiction a little bit.
Yeah.
Because, like, as far as, like, the amount of investment in, like a Conan story, it doesn't sound bad.
Right.
Yeah, I think that would absolutely have gotten published in, like, a magazine, in like a pulp magazine or something like that at one point.
I think, like, the plots could have been polished a little bit better. And, like, there are a few things, like, again, the font on this book is ridiculous. And also, like, the numbers on the pages are 3 times as big as the normal font. Humongous. I just have a few, you know, I just have some questions.
So what's the overall letter grade you would give this one?
I think I'd do a B-, somewhere in the B range, because it's got good language, you know, it's got pretty good formatting for the most part.
Yeah.
It just doesn't have that much of, like, the real story. Like, it just needs fine-tuning, I think, to be a pretty good story. Like, there were some bits of it that were really fucked up. Like, Tymon's a fucked up character.
Yeah.
Maybe figure out, like, how you want him to actually be.
Yeah, see how you want to present this character.
Yeah.
Because, him just being creepy with women like that.
Right.
And,
also,
not a good look.
Us not having, like, a map to kind of, like, reference, like, where these kingdoms are and what's happening is confusing, giving us a bunch of names, but then they don't come back up. I feel like it could be really cohesive. You just have to put a little bit more in there.
Yeah.
If you, Yeah, what do you think?
I thought there's some interesting bits. I probably would have given it. Well, of course, I didn't read it, so it vibed like a mid to high C.
Okay, I could see that too.
Yeah. So I broadly I agree with your grading on that one. So yeah, that feels right. And if you want to feel right, not the way I should have began that. If you have any short stories that make you feel right, that's better. Yeah, I got there. And you want to share them with us, contact us at BiblioWrecks@gmail.com. BiblioWrecks.
Yeah.
And let us know about some bad books, some good books. Tell us what you think of the show. Tell us we're doing a good job. Tell us we're doing a bad job. And
Tell us what you ate for breakfast. We love that.
No, I don't.
We love that.
I genuinely don't care about that. Well, I've had fun.
Yeah. Well, for BiblioWrecks, this has been Lee-Lee.
No, we don't sign off like that.
I don't like you.
That's weird.
You're weird.
That's fine. I don't.
Wow.
Okay.
Wow.
Well.
Listen, I was trying to give you a good thing.
Yeah.
And you just couldn't take it.
Well, that's par for the course.
Yes,
here.
and
no.
Doris knew.
Doris always knows.
He's a little stupid, but he does know sometimes. Poor little guy.
Bye.
Bye.